got to a big city, locating gay bars was also difficult. So Spinar and Germain would help men like themselves by selling lists, hence the name, directory services. This is one of the first things they offered. Directory 43. The name they picked because it was, no one would know what that was. Directory 43. If Bob Miser built the market in 1951, DSI consolidated it by 1967, offering books, jewelry, greeting cards, gay bar guides, a pen pal service, and some of the first full-frontal physique magazines. They had 14 full-time employees, making them probably the largest gay-oriented enterprise in the world. Their mailing list was so massive they used IBM computer cards to keep track of it. The obscenity case that they won in 1967 in federal district court completely transformed the market, opening up not only full frontal nudity, but open homoeroticism. It was the most important gay legal rights case you've probably never heard of. So, if, as I argue, this consumer culture network was so widespread and so formative, why has it been ignored by historians for so long? Certainly the availability of sources is one of the issues. While the papers of the homophile organizations have been carefully preserved and cataloged, the ephemera of commercial enterprises has tended to disappear, and I've had to travel all over the country finding it. But the biases of some of the founders of the field also played a role. Mark Stein has recently pointed out that most historical accounts of the homophile movement are, quote, deeply flawed because they ignore the movement's most popular periodicals, such as Drum, that incorporated physique photography. He argues that Jonathan Katz and John D'Amelio, with roots in the gay liberationist ethos, shared an anti-capitalist sentiment that assumed such for-profit publications were peripheral to the movement. As New Yorkers, they saw a commercial world that was largely controlled by the mafia and largely exploitative of the community. And as New Yorkers, they also considered publications such as from Philadelphia or Minneapolis as of lesser importance. The gay press and the public, however, have long understood the central role that physique photography played in creating gay male community. Nostalgic odes to Bob Miser and Quintance and other physique luminaries began to appear almost as soon as the physique era ended in 1967. And coffee table books, reprints of their work, and exhibits continue to sell widely. But much early scholarship, or academic scholarship, on physique magazines was harshly critical of them. Cultural critic Daniel Harris described them as a homophobic project of self-loathing. Tracy Morgan derided them as racist pages of whiteness that were also closeted and therefore, quote, politically powerless. Early scholarship on the gay market by Catherine Sender, Alexander Chasen, and others ignored them, creating a false narrative where a gay market developed only in the 70s in response to gay liberation. I join many other historians of sexuality who have demonstrated the formative influence of consumer culture on early and mid-20th century sexual politics, especially Elizabeth Heinemann, looking at Germany, Justin Bengry on the UK, Stephen Vitter, and Whitney Strub, looking at the US. I'm not sure if it constitutes what economist and trans activist Deidre McCluskey lauded in 2007 as, quote, a new turn in queer studies, one that abandoned assumptions about the evils of capitalism and embraced, quote, the power of the market for good, unquote. But I think we are slowly changing the narrative, making it untenable to consider the gay market a post-Stonewall creation. Thank you.